Hey guys, welcome back to the show. If you caught my last episode, we talked about what makes EC such a smart buy and how they give you actually a private condo living at a subsidized rate. So now let's fast forward 5 years later, you hit your MOP period. Wow, your EC finally has evolved like a Pokemon from HDB ruling to semi-private freedom. Then now, what is next? Would you still hold on to your EC? Or would you actually want to sell it and make it, or you should hold it and make it work harder for you? Now we're going to talk about all that, and I'm going to share a little story of how to make the right move. So let me ask you this: if your home suddenly went up in value by $500,000, what would you do? That's what's happening to a lot of EC owners right now. They bought in about, like, for example, 1,000 per square feet, and they are now worth about 1,700 per square feet or more. So that's like your house working secretly like a side hustle for you while you sleep. And here's the twist: not everyone turn that profit into the next win. Some people hold on too long, some sell too early, while others might freeze and don't know what to do next. So let's fix all that doubt in mind. Once again, if you enjoy such podcasts, do hit the follow button so you do not miss the next episode. Each week I try to share stories and strategies and practical tips that might help you to make a smarter move. Okay, so first thing first, when your EC hit MOP period, you should take a step back and ask yourself, am I making a life decision or am I making a market decision? Because sometimes people rush to sell once they hit MOP, and that is because everyone is doing the same thing. So that's why you see a lot of listings start popping up everywhere. Same project, same layout. Sometimes you might even see the same agent photo. Okay, but guess what? When too many people selling at the same time, right, it becomes a buyer market. Because price might actually stay stagnant or might dip a bit because buyers have too many options on hand. So that's where you don't panic sell. So usually I would tell my clients that try to avoid the MOP wave where everybody starts to sell it together. Wait out a bit when time slow down. So wait out for a while. Once the transactions start to stabilize, then you consider selling it. Remember, when you bought your first EC, you are restricted by something called MSR, which kept your loan to 30% of your income. Now during post-MOP, your bank actually assess you under TDSR, then that is 55% of your income. That means your borrowing power increase. So if you are thinking of upgrading, refinancing or investing, now is a great time to check on your affordability. And age matters as well, because a 30 years old can still take a 30 years loan, but if you are at 40, your tenant actually shorten and your monthly installment might go up. So do not wait until too late. So let's plan early, plan smart. So now, why is MOP such a big deal? Okay, let's pause a while and let's appreciate what you have achieved. By owning an EC and hitting MOP is not easy. You have planned to save, and you might even sacrifice a few holidays to make it happen. So now this is why MOP is such a big milestone, because when you bought your EC at subsidized pricing, right, now it's worth almost close to a private condo sales. You literally build your wealth from that to something by staying put. So in 5 more years, right, it becomes fully privatized, and then you can even sell to foreigners. And that means in an even bigger pool of buyers, and that will potentially be a higher value as well. And that's the beauty of EC. So what now? After MOP, let's talk about strategy. If your EC is in a good location, near an MRT or a transformation area, holding on might be a smart move to you. Because let's say, for example, your EC is at Tengah, Tampines, or let's say even the Jurong Lake District, there are still room to grow as the area develops further. You can continue to enjoy your home, let your property appreciate more, and maybe sell when it's closer to privatization when your demand is actually bigger. The downside, you're actually tying up all your capital in one property itself, and you might miss out on other investment opportunities. But if comfort and convenience are your priorities, this move is actually totally fine for you. The second strategy is a popular one where you unlock your profit, sell, and try to climb up the property ladder. Now let me share with you an example. So let's say a young couple bought an EC back in Sengkang for about close to 1 mil. When they hit MOP this year, the property value is about 1.6 mil. Instead of rushing to sell, you sit down, plan carefully. So after the initial wave ended, and they actually walk away with a 500k profit. They use that to upgrade to a 3-bedroom condo near Serangoon MRT, near to the office, near to a primary school of their choice. So when that happened, right, they actually upgrade their lifestyle. They also position themselves stronger for future capital appreciation. So that's what I mean by plan early, so that the monthly repayments stay comfortable. Okay, the third strategy in mind is where you build a 2-property portfolio. This one is for those who actually have taken the property growth to the next level. They want to do it by decoupling, or they want to do it by selling their property and buying two different properties. First option in mind will be decouple. When you buy out your spouse share of EC, you're making it solely under one name, and that is free the second spouse, right, to buy another property without ABSD. So in that way, right, you keep your EC, and at the same time you buy a second property for investment. So for option B, it's actually much simpler. When you sell your EC, split your profit and then buy two private properties. Each one of them fit under one of your name. And when you use one for own stay, another one for rental or for capital growth. So that is a popular choice among everybody. Okay, so in conclusion, there's no one size answer that fits everybody. So it really depends on your goal, your age, and your comfort level. And what matters the most is that don't let easy journey stop at MOP period. Use it as a springboard for you to position yourself for future growth. If you're unsure where to start, talk to someone you can trust, or you want to explore your options early, feel free to reach out as well. Okay guys, so that's all for today's episode. If you find this topic quite helpful to you and you are thinking what to do next after MOP, please just drop me a message. Let's figure out the move together. So till next time, see you soon.